It's time that this country recognize that one of the most important players in this society are teachers, plain and simple.
Today, Real School is taking you inside the Eddie Awards and revealing Duval County's Teacher of the Year.
The 2014 Florida Blue Teacher of the Year is...
It was a night full of energy, enthusiasm, and most of all, excellence in education. Thanks for watching this episode of Real School. I'm Desiree Lee.
And I'm Patrick Wright. We'll have more on the Teacher of the Year awards in just moments. But first, here's a look at what's ahead. A classic tale is getting new life at several Duval County elementary schools. Find out how the University of North Florida is using the opera to expose more students to the arts.
Plus, these volunteers are building a more beautiful learning environment, one workday at a time. Watch as the James Weldon Johnson community comes together to create a fun, new outdoor classroom for students.
And I'm Jada Sevilla. You'll want to watch as these Duval County students go for the gold with an Olympian at their school. Her inspiring message coming right up.
Thanks, Jada. Now let's get into our top story. This year's Eddie Awards drew hundreds of teachers, administrators, families, and supporters to the Times Union Center for Performing Arts.
All eyes were on the district's 5 fantastic finalists. The big question of the night: who will walk away with the top title? Real School reporter Brianna Tawicha is here with the big reveal. Brianna?
Hey guys, talk about a great group of teachers. How could they choose just one winner? But at the end of the day, only one could be named as 2014 Teacher of the Year. Lights, camera, and action. Welcome to the 2014 Eddie Awards. Here, you'll find some of the most talented and terrific teachers in Duval County Public Schools. They're hitting the red carpet, celebrating in style. The ceremony started with a bang as members of the Mandarin drumline filled the aisles and made way for each school's Teacher of the Year. The momentum continued as our superintendent of schools took the stage and offered these inspiring words.
I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for teachers like you, and that's the truth. And many of you wouldn't be where you're at if it wasn't for teachers.
One by one, the crowd was introduced to the district's 5 finalists for Teacher of the Year. Iris Caro of West Riverside Elementary, Amanda Dial of Southside Middle School, Carol Wright of Mount Hermon Exceptional Student Center, Jessica Von Eve of Westview K-8, and Joseph Frenzel of Atlantic Coast High School. Through a series of videos, we visited each of their classrooms. We also learned just how much of an impact each of these finalists is having in their students' lives. Then came the moment we were all waiting for, the big announcement. Oh, this always makes me so nervous.
The 2014 Florida Blue Teacher of the Year is... Joey Frenzel.
There you have it. Our Teacher of the Year is Joey Frenzel.
Excitement, happiness. I mean, it's such an incredible situation just to be in. To be with such incredible company. These 4 other finalists are just amazing people.
Frenzel is a veteran teacher with a long track of student success. On average, 90% of his students pass the AP Calculus exam, and about a third of them earn 5s, the highest possible score on an AP exam. Wow, talk about results.
We're elated for him because we know how hard he's worked for this and how hard he teaches and how much he wants his students to be successful, how much he cares about them.
He teaches you that you can pass the AP Calculus test, but his enthusiasm and his passion is infectious, and you carry that on to believe that you can accomplish any of your goals.
Thank you to all teachers in the audience in general. Thank you so much for every little thing, every big thing you do, every noticed thing, every unnoticed thing you do. You don't hear thank you as much as you should. Know from me that I say thank you big time. Thank you so much.
Want to hear more about our new Teacher of the Year? Then stay right here. In just a few minutes, he'll be right here on Real School. Till then, back to you guys.
Thanks, Brianna. Students from Darnell Cookman School of the Medical Arts are going beyond the books and into one of the most renowned hospitals in the United States.
That's right, Desiree. As a Darnell Cookman student, I got to participate in an exciting opportunity.
How cool, Patrick! Real School anchor Adriana Sorensen has more on an experience that can only be described as amazing. Hey, Adriana.
Hey, Desiree. And Patrick, I want to know why you didn't invite me.
because trips like this prove to be a great way for students to see learning in action.
So this is her left look.
Now that's what I call a chance of a lifetime. You're watching Renisha Cole, a Darnell Cookman School of the Medical Arts senior, perform an ultrasound inside of the Mayo Clinic.
That was my first time ever doing an ultrasound on a person, and I was able to find her heart, her liver, and her kidney. So being able to see a person's real organs, it was very fascinating.
What's truly fascinating is that there were many other hands-on experiences. Her peers sutured wounds, handled laparoscopic equipment, and suited up with surgeons.
The ability for them to come out to see something like the Simulation Center here was really taking the tools and the information that we had given them over the past few years and really allowing them to take it to the next level.
As part of an AP Biology field trip to the Clinic Simulation Center, students traveled from station to station and participated in a variety of hands-on learning activities. The trip is a result of a brand new partnership between Mayo and Darnell Cookman. Students had a chance to learn in the same facilities as other medical professionals from all over the country.
Not a lot of places in the entire country have the ability to go to, so to have this building is something that's really unique for us.
And speaking of unique experiences,
this was an MRI.
Students on this trip experienced this amazing table. It's a three-dimensional virtual dissection table housed in only a handful of facilities across the country.
To be able to look inside of the actual bone and see the little nooks and crannies that exist inside of the actual bone is just amazing, because before, recent times, we weren't able to do that. You just have to use estimated guesses and educated guesses, and now that you're able to do that kind of stuff, it's just amazing.
With a stroke of the finger, students examined the innermost parts of the human body, and they looked at the same cases that emergency room doctors deal with on a regular basis. Looks like this trip is just what the doctor ordered.
It's an amazing feeling. It's like I enjoyed doing this, and I'm glad to be on this trip, and it just shows how grateful we are to be able to come to Mayo Clinic.
As a kid coming up, I've always wanted to do something like this, and when I got the field trip form to be able to do something like this, I really lost my mind. For me as a high school senior to be able to come and experience this is just awe-inspiring.
Awe-inspiring indeed. Congratulations to Darnell Cookman for what looks to be the beginning of a great new partnership. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Adriana. It's a chance to meet with our superintendent and board face-to-face while learning more about the 2014-2015 budget.
We're talking about a series of community budget meetings taking place in schools throughout the district. Several of these meetings are scheduled in the month of April. The dates and locations are listed on the screen. All meetings will begin at 6 p.m. and are hosted by Dr. Nikolai Vitti and board members. Community members have a chance to not only ask their questions, but also learn more about the budget planning process. For more information, be sure to visit www.duvalschools.org. Without a doubt, planning a $1 billion budget for a large school district like ours is far from easy. Yes, that's billion with a B.
To gain more insight into this process, we're joined by Dr. Nikolai Vitti.
Hey guys, and Dr. Vitti, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So first of all, why would you even want to include the public in the budget planning process?
Well, this is a great opportunity for the community to talk about where they think we are as far as public education is, where it is here in Jacksonville, Duval County, and to really influence the budget development process. What are the community's priorities? And what seems to be working and what isn't, so that we can make the necessary tweaks and adjustments as we go through the budget development process. The criticism has often been, well, you engage the community after you make decisions, and then you tell us this is what you're going to do, and then somewhere along the line, the assumption is that the community has to say, yes, we agree with it. So this is an opportunity to influence the process before we actually start getting in to the nuts and bolts of developing the budget. Although we're going through simulations and we're looking at different priorities and adjustments this year, this is the time to influence the process so that we can accurately reflect the voice of the community.
And I know, considering last year's budget, some of the priorities that you were very adamant about were art, music, and safety, and that's just to name a few examples. So what can we expect to see this year as far as priorities are concerned?
Well, definitely preserving those initiatives as far as developing the whole child is concerned, specifically linked to arts and music, possibly seeing expansion of that going into the middle school and high school level. When it comes to security, again, probably preserving what we already did, probably not enhancing, but preserving what we did and then refining from an implementation point of view. I think as we move into this next budget, the emphasis is to try to continue what we started, take off the plate what's not working, maybe add a couple things, but for the most part preserving what we have and focusing more on the implementation of the initiative to get it right so that we're seeing the type of results that we should see with the new and different investments that were made last year.
And then, so we're at the point where we're having all of these meetings, but at some point the process must go on. So what's the next step after these meetings are done?
So most of these meetings are going to coincide with the budget development process with the board, where myself and staff presents different ideas to the board. We take their input and then we make necessary adjustments. And this is why the community meetings are so important, because as we start to have those meetings with the board, we know what the community is saying and we can reflect that in the decision-making process. So right now it's more of a listening opportunity, making some internal predictions and projections, and then starting probably in the next month and working with the board directly on the actual development of the budget.
And I guess bottom line, when does the new budget need to be approved and when would it go into effect?
By the beginning of the latter part of June into July is when we start having clarity on what the actual budget will look like. And our goal is, as always, is state required, is that we're going to balance the budget as we have for many years in this county, and then namely last year we did it, and we'll do it again this year. Always difficult because there's so much that our kids need and so much that the community wants, but unfortunately we're not funded to do everything that we really want to do for children. So our job is to be strategic, to be focused, to make difficult decisions, but difficult decisions that are based on what's best for children, not what's best for adults. And that's difficult to do because, like I said, you want to fund everything, and sometimes you have to take things off that aren't working or take things off that maybe aren't getting the maximum return on investment. But like we built the budget last year, we're going to be very child-centric, we're going to be transparent, and we're going to build a budget that represents the best use of our limited dollars in the name of children.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Here is one last reminder about this month's community budget meetings. Again, each meeting begins at 6 p.m. and they're open to the public. For more information, be sure to visit www.duvalschools.org. Guys, back to you.
Building picnic tables, moving mulch, and installing a new sidewalk.
It was all in a day's work for dozens of volunteers who spent their Saturday sprucing up one of our Duval County middle schools. And by the looks of this photo, I think they did a great job. This is James Weldon Johnson College Preparatory, and all of this hard work came courtesy of a workday hosted by the school's beautification club. Volunteers spent the day making benches and picnic tables for an outdoor classroom. What a neat idea!
Earlier in the week, we were at the school as Navy sailors prepared the donated lumber that will be used for the project. Through their volunteer efforts, they're showing students that hard work always pays off.
We can show them that, hey, this hard work and this is what you get out of it. You're not just maintaining stuff for yourself, you're actually giving something to everybody. And so to show that to her, you know, can instill the values of her later on in life that she goes, okay, I can give back to my community as well.
You should have pride in what you do, and if you have pride in your work, or if the students have pride in their school, they're going to want to make it beautiful.
The school's beautification club hasn't stopped at just the outdoor classroom. They planted a rose garden, planted trees, and are clearing space for a garden. We're just getting started with Real School.
Here's what's coming up right after the break.
Duval students are saying a lot of silver and gold as not only one, but 2 Olympic athletes visit our schools. Real School will be right back.
Students at one Duval County Elementary School are showing lots of brains and brawn, thanks to a great interactive initiative.
It's called Go Noodle, and it's changing the way students learn. Real School reporter Jesse Rose joins us with details.
Hey guys, thanks to this program, students scored a big win and welcomed a winning athlete.
Here at Carter G. Woodson, you know our work ethic is that we work hard and what? Work hard and what? That's right.
Talk about a high-energy group of students. Welcome to Carter G. Woodson, School of the Medical Arts. Students take their health very seriously. That's why we're 100% on board with a great new program called Go Noodle. You can tell by the signs and by the neat headbands the students are sporting.
Well, the thing that's so exciting about Go Noodle is that it's fast-paced, and it's based on electronics, and it's all the things that the children do when they're at home, when they play with their Wii games or Xbox games. So it's a really good, fun, computer-based program, but it's fitness-related.
Go Noodle is an online tool that provides a great combination of fun and fitness. It comes to Duval County Public Schools thanks to a sponsorship by St. Vincent's Healthcare, Florida Blue, and CSX. Through Go Noodle, classrooms use the internet to stream 5-minute brain breaks. These are short bursts of physical activity that experts say make a big difference.
And Go Noodle are 5-minute brain breaks for the students where they exercise in the classroom and they have a wonderful time. It helps them to refocus and get re-engaged in those core curriculum studies that they're so important in math, in reading. And the best part about Go Noodle is it takes only 5 minutes. It gets everybody going. It gets everybody energized and happy and healthy and ready to get back to hard work again so that they can achieve.
They're learning so much throughout the day, and they can take that moment to just take a break and exercise and move their bodies and get focused. And after they're done, they're really able to get focused and get back to the academics. It's amazing because it's one of those things that just kids need a break throughout the day.
Students at Carter G. Woodson went above and beyond. They took those 5-minute breaks and turned them into more than 81,000 minutes of physical activity since mid-January. Because they logged more minutes than any other school, they got a special visit from Olympic silver medalist Helios Fountain. She competed in the heptathlon in the 2008 Summer Olympics.
I think it's important for young kids to learn how to live a healthy life from when they're young, and if they learn it now, they can implement it into their life when they get older.
I kept dreaming, and I kept working at it.
Fountain was quick to jump in as students participated in this fun break, modeled after a track meet. Fountain says it's important that students understand that working hard is always rewarding, whether they're working hard on their physical fitness or working hard in the classroom.
I just really wanted to let the kids know that, I started dreaming when I was 7. Did I know where that would lead? I never knew, but I knew that if I worked hard and had people that surrounding me that would push me and encourage me to do better, whether it was track or if it was something else, that I knew that I would be able to reach my potential.
And with a program like Go Noodle, we know the sky's the limit.
A lot of people don't know about these things, and so the fact that schools are reaching out to hospitals and stuff like that to get knowledgeable and bringing this knowledge into the schools and sharing it with the parents, they can then implement it at home. I think it's super important.
Go use it. Go do it. Go Noodle.
I think I'm going to take a brain break now. For more information, go to gonoodle.com. Back to you guys at the studio.
Now, let's head to Johnny Ford, K-8, where students met a history-making athlete.
Here's Real School reporter Jada Sevilla with more on her special visit. Hey, Jada.
Hi, guys. You know the term, if at first you don't succeed, try again? Well, this athlete did just that. She brought home the gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the United States of America.
In 2002, an emotional Vanetta Flowers made history in Salt Lake City, when she became the first African American to win a gold medal in the Winter Olympics. Fast forward 12 years, and you can see tears still come to her eyes when she thinks of all she's accomplished.
It's still emotional 12 years later because I'm still proud. I can go back to that same moment, standing on the podium, watching them raise the flag, playing the national anthem, because I learned it at an early age, and I practiced standing on the podium. So now to actually do it, it's stand on the podium, it's a dream come true.
Flowers shared that go for the gold attitude with students when she spoke to them in John E. Ford K-8's Montessori program. Gold medal in hand, Flowers asked them to work hard.
So when your teachers give you homework, you have to really push hard, because you could set any goal and you can achieve it, but you have to work hard. I got my first glimpse of having a dream at the age of 9. Watching the Olympics, opening ceremonies, the Parade of Nations, the fireworks. This is what I want to do. And so that's why I worked hard all the time, because that was my dream. That's what I wanted to do.
The mother of 3 says working toward her dream wasn't always easy. Flowers tried out for the Summer Olympics 3 times and didn't make it. She said she was ready to give up, until her husband encouraged her to give it one last shot by going for the bobsled team. You can say the rest is history.
You two have made a lot of history in a hurry. First ever women's bobsled medal, and you happen to be the first African-American Winter Olympian to ever win gold.
I'm just like you. Had a dream, but I worked hard. So you look at me and think, I can do what she did. Work hard, and working hard, it pays off.
Students had a chance to ask questions, like what's it like to win a gold medal? And what's it like to ride in a bobsled? They also celebrated her visit with these neat Olympic-themed pictures. Nice work, guys.
I like that she's kind and that she's nice.
Students didn't let flowers leave without giving her a token of appreciation. This little girl had the privilege of presenting flowers with a beautiful bouquet.
I like that she believes in other kids and she wants us to follow our dreams.
I think it's important to see that someone that looks just like them, come from the same similar circumstances, that this person can make it, then I can make it too.
I like her attitude. What a great way for students to remember the importance of working hard. I know I'll never give up my dream of becoming an actress. Guys, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jada.
We're entering our final stretch of Real School. Here's what's next.
Students from a local university are singing their way into several Duval County schools. Watch as we open the University of North Florida's Opera in a Box.
And I'm Adriana Sorensen. In just moments, we're bringing you a special one-on-one interview with our new Teacher of the Year. Stay right here. Real School will be right back.
Success doesn't happen overnight.
You think we were handed a trophy?
We earned it.
9 times.
9 times. You want it bad enough?
Go get it.
Go get it.
Undefeated state champions.
Being a champ takes hard work.
It begins with educational excellence for every one of us.
Every one of us.
On the court, in the classroom, year-round.
All day.
Every day. Every day.
Every day. Every day.
Keep your head in the game.
Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Not these students at Greenland Pines Elementary School. Hundreds were treated to a special performance of Little Red Riding Hood, complete with singing, music, and of course, great acting.
What made this rendition of a classic tale extra special is that the performance is led by students attending the University of North Florida. It's part of a new initiative called Opera in a Box. This talented team took their show to 8 Duval schools and brought everything including the set, props, costumes, and musicians. Performers hope that students walked away with a newfound love for the opera.
It's really funny and you learn lessons, so it's fun to watch, and I like all the musical and singing.
Well, I think music is so important in our culture and our society, and coming out to the elementary schools at this young age really exposes them to great music and great artistry and culture that they might pursue later on.
You know, it's a dying art form, people will say, but I don't think that it needs to be that, because I mean, these kids loved it. They were laughing and getting having such great reactions to what we were doing.
Want to hear something neat? The young actress who played Little Red Riding Hood is former student of Greenland Pines Elementary School. Talk about a homecoming. Great work, everyone. He's a longtime math teacher who lives by the mantra, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Real School is pleased to welcome our 2014 Teacher of the Year, Joseph Frenzel, to our set for a special one-on-one interview.
Thanks, guys. Mr. Frenzel, thank you for being here and congratulations.
Thank you.
My first question for you is, how does it feel to represent our district?
Well, it feels a bit overwhelming, but I'm also looking forward to new and different things to come. But I'm also still very committed to my school and very committed to my students. We still have a lot of work to accomplish this school year.
Who or what inspired you to teach?
I was fortunate in that I had a number of wonderful teachers, both in high school and great professors in college, so they served as great models and examples of teaching for me. But when I was in school, I connected very well to school and academics. I really wasn't into sports, I wasn't into a lot of clubs, wasn't really popular, so school was kind of my thing, and math specifically, so the combination of really liking school and math and having a lot of great teachers over the years both combined to help me go into teaching.
And for you, the numbers don't lie. Your students have incredibly high pass rates on your AP exams. What's the secret to producing these great grades?
Well, there really is no secret. For us, it's working really, really hard. And we work tons and tons of problems every single day. But while we're working hard, of course, we try and make it fun. I want my students to smile and have fun. I want to smile and have fun. And so we work really hard, but we try and have fun doing it at the same time. And I try and create an atmosphere in my class where it's not just me as the teacher and it's not just them as the students. We're all working together as a team to try and create all the success that we're having. So there really is no magic formula or secret. It's just we work really, really hard and try to have fun doing it. And the kids know that I'm really, really committed to them and that I'll go the extra 5 and 10 miles to help them do well.
For many people, math can be scary or hard, but many districts, including ours, are ramping up their efforts to increase science, technology, engineering, and math. Why, in your opinion, is this so important?
Well, I think it's extremely important because really in everything you do, even in this interview, there are things that are specifically connected to science and math, and no matter what you do in your life. And it's a known fact that the more math and science you take and be successful at, the more doors of opportunity will open for you. And so I encourage all students to push yourself, take more science, take more math, and work really hard on it, and you'll see the doors of opportunity open for you.
Wow, thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. Before we head out, we want to remind you to mark your calendars for Saturday, May 31st. You're invited to this year's Pep Rally for Excellence. It also serves as the official celebration for Duval County Public Schools' 150th birthday.
PEP stands for Partners in Education, and this year we've got a lot of exciting new events that wouldn't be possible without key partners. Our title sponsor and this year's Spirit Captain is CSX. Our Pep Rally's opening ceremony, presentations, and performances will all take place at the CSX main stage. New this year, people of all ages are invited to participate in the first ever Spirit 5K run, which is also sponsored by CSX. The run symbolizes the distance and progress made in public education. Pretty exciting, right?
Our friends at Publix are sponsoring the brand new Reading is Fun run. Students will showcase the number of books or minutes read this school year on race bibs they'll wear during a mile-long run. Publix is also sponsoring DJ's birthday party. Enjoy music, dancing, and food as we celebrate the birthday of our favorite furry mascot.
Here's a look at other business partners and community organizations who are also stepping in at this year's Pep Rally supporting public education. This year's Pep Rally is sure to be great fun with everything including a teacher VIP zone, celebrity readers, a vendor expo, and a summer reading celebration. The Pep Rally for Excellence is Saturday, May 31st from 8 to 2 at the Jaguars Stadium, Cabanas, and Fan Entertainment Zone. For more information, visit www.duvalschools.org.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Real School.
From all of us, have a great day.